Hey Gemini, this is High Priestess Jamila, and we're going to do your reading or forecast what we can see for May of 2023. Welcome to the channel. Okay, if you guys are new to the channel, which would be a miracle, uh, make sure that you subscribe. And if you guys need or want private readings, the link to my website is below. If you don't want to use the website to pay for your readings, you guys can cash at me. For the month of May, my 60-minute readings are $60. Okay, so you guys can cash at me 60 for 60 minutes or either 40 for 30 minutes. Okay. All right, so let's get started, Gemini. Did I say Taurus again? Oh, that Taurus reading was dreadful. Oh, God, it was awful. Okay, all right, let's look and see what's in the cards for the Gemini. We're going to be using 3 types of decks. We're going to be using 2 Oracle decks and the Tarot deck. All right, 3 of Cups flipped over in the upright position. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for the Geminis for May of 2023? We want to look at Gemini's love life. We want to look at money. We want to look at spiritual self. For the month of May. This is for the overall month of May. All right. Okay, let's see if any cards fall out of here. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so that's all we need. Okay, so Gemini, good news for the Geminis, especially when it comes to money. Okay. But also I can see some very, very positive things, Gemini, coming up in your love life for the month of May. First of all, y'all have been doing something right. You can tell that in your love life things are going to be looking up. Whatever it is that's involving that love triangle, you can definitely tell that you guys are going to be celebrating. Your energy is stronger than ever. I feel like a lot of you guys have overcame some attacks on your relationship, and this is going to manifest in the month of May, Gemini. Also, the time that you have been spent, the time that you have been spending on whatever this project that you have been working on for your finances is definitely going to pay off. 6 of Pentacles is definitely very positive in this reading for the month of May. I feel like a lot of you guys, a lot of you Geminis have overcame some attacks on your love life as well as your money in the month of May, and this is going to manifest. 5 of Pentacles in the inverted position is actually very positive. It's actually a very positive card that things are going to turn around. Okay. So you guys have made a huge turnaround in comparison to what you're looking at from the past. I feel like you guys are possibly going to look back at the past and kind of just be like, wow, I overcame that. You're going to be thinking to yourself, I overcame that because that was difficult. Definitely can see that there was some things that were happening spiritually. Somebody trying to do work on you, somebody trying to manipulate you. If you guys do your own spiritual work, pat yourself on the back if you have a spiritualist that is doing work for you, Gemini. Give them a tip because they're the turnaround is gonna come in the month of May. You can definitely tell that it's gonna be a strong month where a lot of your peace and your joy, definitely can see that you guys' protection is paying off too. Because a lot of you guys were wondering about if your protection was strong enough, and it is. Okay. All right, Spirit Guides, what messages do you have for the Gemini from the Energy Oracle deck for May of 2023? Hmm. Definitely can see that somebody's hiding in the bushes, Gemini. Financial constraints card comes up in the upright position. The indecision card comes up inverted. Okay, and the walking away. So my oracle, my energy oracle deck is definitely saying, kind of in contrast, well, I think it's advice going forward. Whoever this whatever this deceitful person is, they want you to know that this person does. This indicates a person that you need to walk away from or cut the cord from, because they're definitely causing imbalances. Okay. This is a person that has a lot of spirits of poverty on them. And a lot of you guys don't want to walk away from this person because you feel like you don't want to abandon the person or something like that. But the problem is the energy that they're bringing in is denial. They are in denial about the negative energy that is on them. In fact, this is for a lot, in particular, a lot of you Geminis that have been checking yourself spiritually, a lot of you guys that have been working on yourselves spiritually. Okay, you've either been seeing a spiritualist or you've been working, with crystals and things of that nature, and you got a person that's very deceitful, that is really deceiving themselves. This could be shadow work that you guys have already done, or maybe you're going to need to do, because as you can see that when you deal with a certain person, and I really see them as a fire sign, that for some reason they're coming up for me as a fire energy that is very manipulative. This person you need to cut out of your energy. Okay. Oh, and stop communicating. You know, you know how the police can trace a call. People think that it's this thing to where, and I don't know if the technology has changed, but there was this thing that the police had to keep somebody on the phone for at least 5 minutes to trace their call. And then they would know their location. Same difference when it comes to talking to somebody deceitful. It only takes a 3-minute conversation, or maybe even 30 seconds. It doesn't, that whoever this is a person that they call you, right? And you only talk to them for about a minute. But that's all it takes. You need to completely cut this person off. Quit thinking that, oh, I only talked to this person for 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. The reason why they are putting, the reason they don't, that's all they need. That's all they need is a couple of minutes to communicate with you, and they're passing bad spirits to you. In fact, you can tell that they are working with a root worker, because for some reason in root work, and I guess what I do can be similar to root work. I guess they have to talk to somebody to pass their bad energy. I've kind of noticed that. I don't consider myself to be a root worker. I think that people have a confusion about that. I'm a witch. Whoever this is pretty much passing these negative spirits to you through communication. When they're contacting you saying, hey, how you doing? And da-da-da-da-da, and best wishes, but it's actually upside down. Let me see if we can see this person a little bit more. And like I said, this is not a personal reading. I'm just reading the cards in general. And a lot of you guys tend to take that for granted. You're not understanding the way spirit works. Show me from the tarot more information for Geminis about who this person is. You don't have to talk to people. Whoever this is that you're speaking to, even if it's for a minute or two. Now, this is somebody that you don't even, this is probably somebody from the internet. You don't even know that person. See, judgment. Inverted. Stop answering the phone. Looks like they are either an earth sign or either a water sign. Scorpio. Definitely can see no. Gemini, this is either a fire sign. It doesn't matter if you only talk to them for a few minutes. You know, I get frustrated because I have to explain this to my clients too. Why does that person, why? Ask yourself why. Especially if you don't know that person, and why? Why do they need to talk to you for a couple of minutes on a full moon or a new moon? And you can tell that a lot of you guys are going to a spiritualist. And your spiritualist has probably told you this too, but you just don't get it. Those energies are being transferred to you in those 30-second to 1-minute conversations, boo. Okay? Please believe that. Please understand it. This is what the call blocking feature is for, Gemini. That's what it's for. It's for you to block people that bring negative energy to you. Okay, and I can tell your spirit guides are here because I'm seeing all kinds of orbs. All right, what messages and advice do you have for the Gemini from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle Spirit Guides for the Gemini for May of 2023? Okay, so your spirit guides recognize that a lot of you guys want stability and grounding. A lot of you guys really need to ground yourself. Okay, which is walking barefoot on the grass. It can be as simple as that. The Wand Intention card comes up. And you guys, oh, Lord. The Beltane card came up for the Geminis. Up, and then the water cleansing, meaning that something is not clean in the water. something ain't right, Gemini. See, the hex banishing card came up. So some of y'all haven't necessarily been working with the spiritualist, but all I can tell you is that there is a person close to you that wishes bad for you. And what a lot of you Geminis will say is you'll say, well, if it was meant to be from God, that person wouldn't have been able to cause that kind of destruction. That Hey, you're going to have to let go of that, Gemini. You're going to have to let go of that. That's not how spirits work. That's not how spirits work. And you can tell that those of you that cannot afford to get work done, you know what that means when you can't afford to get work done? That you need to learn how to do the work yourself. That's why this card comes up. The wand intention card comes up, meaning use your power. Okay. On a side note, I do offer classes. Whenever someone comes to me and they can't afford to get work done, I suggest that they take the classes. You never, ever, ever want to wait until things get so bad to where you're being thrown out of your house or you have this calamity. Bad things that happen, and any witch will tell you this, witches do not believe in some kind of karmic belief that this was all. Some things, yeah, like some things, but a lot of that stuff you can avoid. And this is what I feel like a lot of you Geminis are not grasping onto that concept. You're not grasping onto that concept. You're thinking, oh, well, this was supposed to happen. There are a lot of bad things that has happened to you in the past, probably 5 years, that was not necessarily supposed to happen. The bad things that, and it doesn't mean that, oh, it's just meant to be. This is what God wanted. That's why this judgment card comes up in there. That's not true. And you're working with a witch. A lot of you guys, stepping out of the bounds of that is important. Breaking those boundaries is important, Gemini. Witches, strong and powerful witches, do not believe that things are already written for you. You know, just like this reading is subjective, it can always change. You see what I'm saying? You know, things we believe, witches actually believe that bad things that were supposed to happen can be changed. We also believe that good things can be changed. You definitely have a deceitful person that is watching you, watching everything. And this is not just about them watching you via a computer, Gemini. This is about them watching you spiritually. You guys need to really, really cloak yourself. Yeah. Yeah, y'all need to cloak yourself. I'm surprised that the concealment card didn't come up. Yeah, you guys may have a coven that you're dealing with. See? I just said that, Gemini. Yeah, you guys need to really, really step out of that way of thinking. I think that may be a Mercury thing. I think that the whole your connection with Mercury, but see, Mercury is in retrograde, and you know, I think if you were to look up the negative aspects of your sign, that this exact thing that I'm saying is actually what negatively affects you. As a spiritualist, as a witch, I can tell you that I see negative things coming from me all the time. And I don't freak out. I don't get upset. I don't cry. What I do is I do the work required to ward the energy off, to get rid of it, and then I keep it moving. Okay. And a lot of you guys are wondering why things have not been stable, and that opportunity seems to be arriving in the month of May. But a lot of you guys need to realize that, you know, there is somebody that wants bad things to happen to you. And I'm seeing a fire sign person, Gemini. And it doesn't matter, you know, why does this person do that? People do things just because they can. People do things because they're jealous of you. And I definitely do see a coven. I definitely do see a coven. This is a coven right here. And, you know, covens, they, you know, I would say a coven that is on the up and up, a coven that, you know, doesn't do stuff like this. I would say that that type of coven is very, very strong and powerful. But all this meddling stuff, you know what I'm saying? You can defend yourself against this. You're not helpless just because it's a coven. Like, you know, I am a solitary witch. So, yeah. Also, you're being encouraged to invoke the goddess. Okay. Who? Okay, you're not blocked. You can still type to me, pretty brown eyes, but we're not name dropping. Yeah. Okay. So, Gemini, a lot of you guys need to know that. Also, you need to know that there are some people, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you before I move on to the Cancers for May. There are people that you would not even believe that are practicing or dabbling in witchcraft, and you wouldn't believe it. Sometimes it can be a person that you least suspect is dabbling. Everybody that practices the craft is not upfront with it. Everybody that is lighting candles is not upfront with it. Okay? And this person may even be trying to siphon energy from you, like your creativity is flowing. You can tell, just like mine is flowing right now. Okay, I'm a cusper. I'm on the cusp of Gemini, so I'm talking to myself too. Okay. But I do work all the time. I don't have to worry about people. I don't give people power necessarily, but I do the work to make sure that I'm protected, but you don't give them that power. So anybody that's trying to lodge attacks against me, I don't give them power, but I make sure that I am stable and I keep my stuff stable. Otherwise, I definitely do see a lot of fulfillment coming to you guys. And that, you know, if you guys are doing the work, you're going to come off on top. Especially if you're seeing a spiritualist that's doing work for you, I'd say that things are going to get better. Especially if you're seeing a spiritualist, or if you know, have somehow found your north or grounded yourself, you know, by protecting yourself spiritually. Okay. Oh, and another thing, Spirit Guides is saying to protect your head on Beltane in particular. Beltane is May the 1st, is what your Spirit Guides are saying, is to just cover up your head. Cover your head like with a you know, a cloth or a bandana, you know, cover your head, either white, black, or red. You want to keep your head covered too. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching, Gemini. Again, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. And if you guys want a private reading with me, the link to my website is below, as well as my Cash App and Venmo information. Okay. You'll also find my contact info in the video description box below. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Blessings, Gemini. Bye-bye.